And here we are live at the virtual Watkins Glen International Speedway for race number 12 of the Coast to Coast Cup Series. On the pole is the 88 of Ryan Andrew, and to his inside that would be, or outside, the 25 of Chris Pierce.
I don't even know if you can pick inside or outside there, man. They're on a road course.
That's what I was trying to do the math in my head of where they would stack up.
For 1 second they're on the inside, and then the other second they're on the outside. But pretty good field tonight. 20 cars on track, set to take the green flag. Jimmy, what do you think we'll see tonight here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway?
Well, this race is 45 laps long, half the distance of the real life race from the Watkins Glen Speedway, Speedway. Freaking raceway, what do you call it? But who'd you guys pick for the night?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Ryan Andrew. He's had quite a bit of speed throughout practice and qualified quick time tonight, so we'll see what happens there with the 88 machine.
I believe I'm gonna have to go with the 22 of Connor LaFrance, fastest out of the practice session here today, and showed a lot of consistent lap times there. But anyways, I'll leave it to you guys to call the green flag.
Here we go, green flag out in the air. LaFrance pushing the 88 down into turn one.
Oh, the
3
wide. There's my pick. Mark Brannigan Jr.'s in that 3 wide.
Looks like everybody made it safe and sound through turn 1. Now here we go through the S's. Ryan Andrews, your race leader, gonna clear keep LaFrance in his mirror.
So they basically get all single file out, and we see a few guys dip to the inside as they enter the dog leg or bus stop, whatever you call it, chicane type deal. Because everyone seems to make it through cleanly for the first lap.
Mark Brannigan Jr. already has damage on the left rear quarter panel of the 2 machine.
Not surprised. Congratulations.
Oh, one car off the track!
That's
Chris
Pierce.
Yeah, Chris Pierce overshoots the corner and goes
I don't have any
flying
brakes.
off.
Might not have any brakes like Brad Keselowski.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it takes a few laps to get these tires and brakes warmed up, and that might have just been, he might have just been a victim of cold tires and cold brakes there as they entered turn 6.
You see Ryan Andrew kind of staying even with the 22 of Connor LaFrance as they're making their way back into the bus stop, working on lap number 2. Looked like the 22 LaFrance had a bit of a better exit through the bus stop as they go through the carousel corner. Brett Murphy off the track.
Oh, we got one on the wall. No,
A couple cars spun there.
I think it's Parker Collins.
The 8 machine of Bryn George went around there in the bus stop.
Thornton, the 35 was the one out of the
replay as we stay green.
Oh, it looks like he got a little throttle happy. The car kicked out on him.
Yeah, and right at the back of the pack as well, Bryn George and the
looks like, yeah, the 8 got slow.
26 of
slowed down. Yeah, and the 81 already in the wall.
Yeah, big stack up in the bus stop the second time around. That's one of the harder corners on the NASCAR schedule, and been a few of those guys there.
So Brett Murphy's got a lot of time to make up. He's definitely been one of our best super speedway drivers of the season. Won Talladega and won the opener at Daytona. So he's shown some speed throughout the season, but the road course is definitely biting him today.
It's about a
Right.
3-car breakaway. The top 3, Ryan Andrew, Continental France, and Francisco Bacallo, are about they're pretty far out from the 4th place Brady Floyd is. Maybe these guys in the latter half of the top 5 and top 10 are trying to save a little bit of tires and play the strategy game early.
Do we know what the stage break is?
I believe they said 20 is the
20?
stage break.
I think at lap 20 we'll announce our Penske of the night winner.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah, I think
so.
during the stage break, got a few contestants in mind. And
Yes, we have.
yeah, I just confirmed lap 20 is the comp yellow, or stage break, whatever you want to call it.
Ryan Andrew right now, hauling the mail in that number 88.
Yeah, running really consistent lap times so far throughout the
4
beginning
tenths
of this
quicker
race.
than Continental France.
Who
Even
knows?
France starting to
LaFrance
save
might.
tires.
Yeah, LaFrance could be saving his stuff right now.
Francisco Baracalo in the 30, he's running about same pace Ryan Andrew. Same as Chris Pierce.
Yeah, these
Damn,
guys have the knowledge that there is going to be caution at lap 20, so a little bit of strategy might be played, trying to see what you got as far as tire saving and fuel goes. But currently, Ryan Andrews showing the way as we complete lap number 4.
Jane, how many races have Ryan Andrew racing? He's only raced in a couple, I believe.
Yeah, he's only been in a few. He has 1 win under his belt this season so far. I do not remember what track that is exactly, but these guys tonight, they get 4 sets of tires, so about every 10 laps they can pretty much get a set.
Those tires are definitely going to play to anyone's benefit in the end if they can save them up.
Yeah,
This track is really aggressive on tire wear, and having that extra set late in a late race caution could really change the way the race goes.
Yeah, we don't know the fuel situation for tonight at all, so it's kind of going to be a surprise for us, I'd say.
Yeah, I believe it's gonna. I don't know Watkins Glen well enough, but I'm gonna base it off of Talladega and 45 laps, and it's around the same as Talladega. I'd give it about a 2-stopper. On as far as fuel goes, you might see these guys try to dip into the pits to get tires and play the tire game, but as far as fuel goes, I think it's gonna be a 1 to 2 stopper, as long as this race stays green.
Brian Lorenzo already down in the pits, working on the number 23 machine. A lot of front nose damage done to that car.
Yeah, I think he was involved in that lap 2 incident in the bus stop, and I think he got into Bryn George in the 8 machine as they made contact.
Here we go, looking at the number 38, Matt Moreau. He's behind the 26, the Super Speedway King this season.
Yeah, the road courses are really difficult with these Cup cars and all the NASCAR sanctioned cars. Is these road course ringers? I don't know if that's what you'd call them, but they're definitely showing their hat here early.
So far, pretty spread out race, I would say. No one super close to each other right now.
My question is, so who's gonna come in early since the stage breaks at lap 20? Who's gonna come in early, take some fresh tires, and have track position for the last like 25 laps?
Yeah, these the stage breaks are definitely a good way to get track position and find ways to get to the front without necessarily having the fastest car. And some of these guys that are the latter half of the top 10, maybe even top 20, will try to take that risk and play the strategy game.
Yeah, we've seen track position be a really big factor in these races on the road courses, especially with the Cup cars. I mean, with the packages they got, so hard to pass. Usually everybody's pretty close on times or super spread out. Just depends on the day. But yeah, like you said though, track position is definitely going to be key tonight, and we'll have to see what happens throughout the stage break.
Watch the battle for 7th right now between Tristan Mollett and Ellis Wells as they come on here into the bus stop.
Ellis Wells in the 57, Tristan Mollett defending champion in the number 99.
Yeah, Jaden, as you mentioned, just about even. Isn't Tristan Tristan Millette slips up a little bit and gets a little bit loose. So that gives Ellis a little bit of a shot to the inside as they enter turn 6, as he's going to let him right by. As Ellis Wells takes the 7th spot, I believe. Yeah, 7th spot.
Francisco Balaco in the 30s has been a little quicker than Conor LaFrance's last couple of laps. We have a battle brewing here for a second here soon.
Yeah, that gap's definitely closed from Francisco Bacallo to Conor LaFrance. LaFrance maybe slipped up a little bit or burned off those tires a little bit too quickly, and maybe Francisco Bacallo is going to punish him for that.
Speaking of which, Francisco had a great bus stop there. I don't know what happened to Conor LaFrance.
Huge on the 22. Oh wait, I think I got a new favorite paint scheme.
Oh, here we go.
Man, there's so many.
Jaden's doing a scouting report middle of the race on what paint scheme he's going to choose.
I'll be honest, I don't watch Marvel or any of that kind of stuff, but that paint scheme does look pretty freaking good.
The potential winner right there tonight.
Is Ryan Andrew now opening the gap up to about a 1.5 seconds as they entered turn number 1. Coming up to halfway in the stage, as that battle for second place still heating up, as Conor LaFrance pull a little bit out of those last few corners, but we've seen Francisco Bacallo be really strong through the S's up to the bus stop, so we'll see what happens this time as they go down the back straightaway into the bus stop.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Winston, but that gas's about almost 3 seconds.
Oh, Francis really jumped the curb going into the entry of the bus stop. Luckily didn't put any damage to the front nose of that car in the splitter.
Yeah, these cars are really aero sensitive as far as damage goes, and it's really easy to damage these fenders, and they have, especially that splitter, it's not too common to see people get up on the curb this quickly in a race, and definitely an aggressive attempt to get around Conor LaFrance. Is still about that same about 3, 4, 5 car length gap as they go down the front straightaway.
Conor LaFrance really he's using his stuff up quite a bit. I've seen him get pretty loose off of quite a few of the corners so far.
We might have some lot of traffic before that lap 20 caution.
Yeah, as some of these guys that were involved in that early race caution are pretty close to the leader as far as the racetrack goes.
Where's Francisco even from?
Florida.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. As he closed the gap a lot that time as they entered the bus stop.
I think TV3's broken.
Yeah, TV3 didn't work out very well. TV2 was weird too. But as we reach halfway in the stage break, or halfway until the stage break, as Francisco Bacallo is right there on the back bumper of Conor LaFrance, going to give him a little bit of a look into turn number 1. Thinks better of it. As that time by, Francisco Bacallo was once again the fastest car on the racetrack with a 1:15.69. So he's got about a 3/10 pace advantage over Conor LaFrance, but LaFrance desperately trying to hang on to that second place track position.
Yeah.
Let's just hope no one pulls up Brad Keselowski here today.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have to make the Rick Allen call.
We saw Keselowski struggle quite a bit at Watkins Glen yesterday.
Well, my pick is in a
he
Brad
went through the
Keselowski
grass
car.
a little bit. It doesn't look like he got a penalty, so battle for second.
Do they have an X? Is there an X limit for this race? Or?
No.
I don't
Time
believe so.
penalty.
Okay, that works. As yeah, Bacall that time through the
Oh,
bus stop.
LaFrance
Connor
loose off the track.
LaFrance got really loose on the entrance of turn number 6
He
right
pulled
there.
a Keselowski.
Yeah, he did. He pulled a Keselowski. As that'll give Francisco Bacall the second place spot, drop Connor LaFrance back down to third, and now he's got Chris Pierce knocking on his back bumper trying to get to that third spot.
Battle heating up for the 6th spot between Brady Floyd and Ellis Wells. We've seen Ellis kind of fall back quite a bit so far in this race early on, but maybe he's just saving his stuff and will come back through later on in the race as well.
Yeah, I know a lot of these guys are probably waiting for that stage break to see where they are as far as speed goes and tires. Usually this first stage is a testing ground to see what the later stages of the race are gonna how the later stages of the race are gonna unfold. Sorry, but a lot of these guys are probably just kind of hanging back a little bit, seeing how their tires are gonna wear, and getting a little bit of strategy in mind for the later race.
I want to see how fast Francisco is compared to Ryan here on this lap. Let's see, 1 minute 15.5 for Ryan Andrew. Now 1 minute 15.9 for Francisco. So still Ryan Andrew the quickest car on the track.
Yeah, Ryan Andrews, he was 4/10 quicker that last lap.
Francisco and Ryan only two inside the minute 16 bracket.
Does Chips Ahoy have a Reese's Pieces cooked?
That's what I saw when we had
I'm kind of wondering
when
the same
I was
thing
looking over
now.
the grid. Apparently, this is a perfect example, ladies and gentlemen, of how sponsorship works. Because now I believe all three of us are going to go out and see, go out to our local Kroger to see if there's any of these. Yeah, we might have to take a trip to the store because Chips Ahoy Pieces. I mean, that's kind of the best of both worlds right there.
You ain't wrong there. But all right, you guys won't miss a single thing as we're gonna go coast to coast NASCAR nonstop.
Come on out to the South Bend Motor Speedway, the fastest quarter-mile racetrack in America. From front-wheel drives to late models and street stocks, there's a little bit of something for everyone. Enjoy an evening of family fun, great food, and of course, fast cars. Tickets available at the racetrack with gates opening at 3 and races at 6 every Saturday night. Visit racesouthbend.com for more info and then get your backside trackside.
Tax time is match time. Say yes to IRS.
Whoa! 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 Wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
IRS. Incredibly ridiculous savings.
All right.
Only at R&B Car Company.
Where we'll match your tax check or cash down up to $2,500.
Or $2,500 minimum for my trade-in?
Absolutely.
Wow. Good credit, bad credit?
No problem.
I love incredibly ridiculous savings.
And $2,500 minimum for your trade.
Through April 15th.
Shop now at rbcarcompany.com.
Of course we're bringing it back. Have you seen any of the cars that are on the road today?
Cash for Trash will not be seen in theaters, but at R&B Car Company's 3 convenient Cash for Trash locations.
500 cars to choose from, the house of bounce for the kids, or playful adults, snacks and beverages, spin to win, no runarounds, quick delivery, and $2,500 minimum for the trade-in.
It's not going to be a problem. I'm on my way. Can you not get it through your head? It's not a weapon. It's a sale.
$2,500 for my trade?
Absolutely.
Once there was a girl who needed a better car. She wanted one that met all her cravings when she came upon... she saw big trucks, little cars, minivans, SUVs, and convertibles too. And the hardest part was...
trying to choose. But she went online and got pre-approved.
At R&B Car Company, your options are endless. And this little girl...
I feel like Princess!
let your fairy tale begin at rbcarcompany.com.
Whatever you need in a truck, work or play, we've got rows and rows of trucks. We're the truck store from RV Car Company. On US 30 West in Columbia City. Just minutes off I-69. Northeast Indiana's home for trucks. Whether you're looking for a half-ton or a big honking diesel, we got you covered. We drive trucks. We know trucks. Newly renovated. We are where you ought to be. Find your truck now at rbcarcompany.com.
Come on out to the South Bend Motor
Colin
Speedway.
sucks right now because he's got an ugly car.
We are back live here at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. Ryan Andrews still pulling away with the race lead.
We got a battle for third right now.
Yeah, you got an intense battle for third between Connor LaFrance.
France
and
came
Cliff
over the
Beard.
radio, says, Chris, I need to spot more than you do.
Yeah,
I don't know if Chris is going to care about that.
Yeah, I don't think.
It's Chevy versus Mustang. We'll see what happens.
I don't think Chris's first priority is Connor's point situation, but seems like he might have backed off just a little bit.
Also, Jimmy, that paint scheme looks sick on the 18.
You think so?
Yeah.
Am I seeing the wrong paint scheme?
I'm seeing like yellow, I believe is what it was, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got on that one as well.
You see something else?
I did at first. It was just a plain car.
Oh.
And I refreshed it, and now I see.
Usually he runs his Kyle Busch paint schemes.
I know, it's a little different today for the road
He
course.
just changed it up a little bit. I believe he's got Elite Performance on board with him.
Elite Performance. They follow me on Instagram.
Yeah, same here. So shout out to them guys. They make some pretty good sets from the sounds of it.
So is it Elite Performance or Reaper?
Oh, he's off in the grass, almost into the tire barrier. Oh wow, that was almost really unfortunate.
Oh, that battle still heating up between Connor and Chris for the third spot.
Yeah, I don't think Chris is gonna let him have it at all. He's posting
Chris
down
is
some
pressuring
faster
him
lap times.
quite a. Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure right there on that back bumper. Is Connor's just. I mean, as we said earlier, he probably burned off his stuff early in the run. He's just trying to hang on. And last time he had this much pressure, he drove it off in turn 6. So hopefully he doesn't do that again. But as the laps wind down here in the stage, it looks like Chris has got a good shot to get around him here.
Philip DiNaro showed at the racetrack, and he decided now they're already 17 laps in. I'm gonna just leave. So connected and disconnected there.
As we're on board with the number 25 of Chris Pierce, still hunting to get around that number 22 of Connor LaFrance. Just hasn't been able to develop the run that he needs yet.
Yeah, as they got two lap cars right in front of him, as this could maybe play in the favor of Chris at Connor's downfall, but as they go through the S's, they got two slower cars up right
Oh,
in
by the
front
way,
of them.
Ryan Andrew is on pit road.
Whoa.
So is Tristan Mullet. In the 99, he's also on pit road.
Here's a little bit of that strategy that we talked about earlier. Is those guys are maybe not in the championship hunt and don't really care about those playoff points, so they're just trying to get a win and set themselves up for the best finishing spot they can.
Yeah, that'll give the race
I'll watch
lead
the battle
to
for second now.
Bacalio now. But yeah, battle's still going on for the second position. LaFrance really using up his tires as you see him slide, coming out of the carousel, now going into turn 6. Doesn't look like Chris Pierce is going to peek his nose quite yet.
Don't lose your brakes.
I think that's impossible
Yeah, as we're
in iRacing.
We're coming to 2 to go. We're coming to 2 to go on this stage, as Chris Pierce still right there on the back bumper of Connor LaFrance for the second spot. That's another lap car still right in there, right in front of him, but I don't think he's gonna play as much of a role as we thought he might have earlier.
Connor LaFrance and Chris Pierce are faster than Francisco right now.
I don't know if I'm Francisco. He's not running for championship or any points right now. He's pretty much out here for the win and the fun of it. I'd go in and pit so you keep your track position.
Well,
I
Ryan
think that
Andrew had
could
such
be
a big
smarter
lead on the
idea.
rest of the field. He's only running. He's only seven. He's right out of 7th right now.
Wow.
Just came out of the S's.
Chris Pierce a little bit off
yeah.
track as they exit the
Oh.
carousel right there. It's going to lose him quite a bit of ground to Connor LaFrance in the 22 machine. But
Bacalio still has not pitted yet.
yeah, they just took the white flag for the stage.
Oh, that's checkered.
Okay, maybe that was the checker for the stage. Okay.
I don't know. Usually it's on the lap after, ain't it, Jim?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But
Oh well. No Christopher Robinson tonight in the 0-0.
Yeah, this could be a huge hit on the points for him.
He was in the session earlier, so.
So Francisco Bacalio is gonna win the halfway stage break in the number 30 machine. Actually, we could drag him in for an interview once he catches up to the pace car.
Who?
Francisco.
yeah, Jimmy, we'll let you take that one away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely takes a while to catch the pace car around this track. Here we go. The field's starting to catch up to the pace car. We'll go talk to stage winner Francis Bacalio. Alright, Jimmy, floor is yours, buddy.
Hey Francisco, this is Jimmy. Get a copy?
Got a copy.
Stage winner, how is your car feeling after the first 20 laps?
The car was really good. I've gotten a good grip around this racetrack over the week with the fixed series being there, and the practice is turning out to be very useful right now.
Do you have anything for number 88, Ryan Andrew, who's been the class of field here tonight?
I was able to keep pace with them on the most part when we both had clean traffic, so we'll just have to see what happens with the strategy here on this stage caution, and we'll also have to see just who makes the less mistakes, because I think the 22, when we were pressuring him there for second, he made a mistake, and that cost him a spot. So we'll have to see if either myself or Ryan make a mistake trying to battle for this win, if this is how it's going to play out.
Wants to get anything?
Looked really good. Didn't take you too long to get around the 22 machine of Connor LaFrance as he made a mistake. Do you think you can keep that same pressure applied for the rest of the race and maybe force somebody else into a mistake?
We'll just have to see. I mean, this race still has at least another half of the same distance we've already ran left, and even that took a pretty good amount of time. So we'll just have to see how this plays out, and ultimately it's up to me to do what I can and try and make the best of the situation I placed myself in.
Well, congratulations on your stage win. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane later tonight.
Thank you.
As we see the field starting to come down pit road, you'll see a few cars stay out and go and take the wave arounds due to them being one lap down or more. But Francisco Bacalio gonna lead them down pit road. Let's go to Jimmy Gocker, pit reporter for the number 30.
He's coming on pit road. Most likely to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires, the number 30. And indeed, he is taking those 4 fresh tires.
This is interesting. Ryan Andrew came down pit road, only taking right sides, and he is off and out of the pits.
Yeah, as you know, he said we had what 4 tires this race, and Ryan got some during that during his green flag pit stop, but then I think he came back down to get
Sorry
right
to
sides
interrupt.
after that.
3 cars stayed out: Brady Floyd, Tristan Mullet, and Zachary Thorin.
Oh dang!
So a little bit of strategy being played by Because yeah, I think Tristan Millette pit earlier in that run,
Yeah,
which gave him the
all three of those
time
guys
to
did.
stay out. But yeah, Ryan Andrew seemed like he would have had that spot in the lead right there, but then he came back down for extra tires. Maybe felt something was wrong with the car, or maybe felt he pushed it a little bit too much too soon. But I mean, he's still right there in the top 5, so it's not gonna really hurt him too much. But definitely interesting that he came back down for more tires.
Yeah, I'd say so as well. But the field should be coming to the 1 to green this time by. Brady Floyd will be leading them back. Tristan Mollett second, Zachary Thornton third, Ryan Andrew fourth, and running out your top 5, your stage winner, Francisco Bacalio.
Here's your fast repair report. Andrew Robinson, Parker Collins, and Zachary Thornton are the drivers that have taken their fast repair.
As right before we forget, Jaden, you said you had a pick for paint scheme of the race. Who was that?
Oh man, I'll let Jimmy take that. There's too many good ones for me to count.
My personal favorite. He's been running sort of the top 10, just outside the top 10 right now. I'm gonna give it to the 57 of Ellis Wells.
Yeah, that's a really good looking Davey Allison inspired, I'm assuming, Havoline machine. I don't know. I've been looking at him the whole practice session, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to the 45 of Andretti Robinson. That Menards car looks really, really good going around Watkins Glen. There's just something about it that sticks out to me. Jaden, what's your third pick?
Man, I don't know. Well, we just figured out there's freaking Chips Ahoy Reese's Pieces cookies. I don't know. I like cookies a lot, so I'm gonna go with that car right there, number 88.
Well, you're gonna have to stop talking about the cookies. I haven't eaten yet, so.
I know. Same here.
We're a little bit. We're gonna get a little bit hungry here in the broadcast booth.
You know, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. While we're under, let's take a look, but also let's get a quick weather report on what's going on tonight around the Watkins Glen area. We're gonna pull up our AccuWeather to check it out. Looks like pretty clear out right now.
All right. Sorry to ruin it, but it's actually a thing. It is actually a thing.
Wait, is it
It's
actually?
at Walmart. Yes, it is.
Is it exclusive to Walmart?
It's $3 at Walmart for a family size. Maybe for our party coming up, we might have to get some, scoop some.
That's your job, Winston.
Yeah, I don't. Is Chips Ahoy affiliated with Reese's? Is that why this is happening?
I don't know.
I feel like that has something to do with it.
See some weather in the area in the Watkins Glen part of the map, but looks like we're gonna stay clear and green for the night.
Well, unless you were from our area, that's a different story.
Yeah, we might get a power outage during this race, but no, that'll be all right.
We might have a tornado or two in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting chain of events if the winds keep picking up. But we're about to go back green right here, I believe, as Brady Floyd and Tristan Millette will lead us to the green.
Here we go. Field coming off turn number 7. Brady Floyd in the 20 car. Tristan Mollett, defending champion, in the number 99 car. Pace car pulls off, and we are back. Green flag and racing, and the outside line does not go at all.
Yeah, the outside lane didn't go right there. As Tristan Millette's Brady Floyd's gonna lead him into turn number 1. Also right behind him is Zachary Thornton in the 35 machine, picks up a spot by Tristan Millette.
Oh, side by side, Ryan Andrew and Francisco Bacalio.
Yeah, Francisco taking 0 time trying to get back up to the front. He's already up to the 4th spot. A little bit of contact
Zachary
made
Thornton
up
really
through the S's.
We almost got one of the guardrail in the middle of the S's.
Yeah, very
That's
sketchy first time up the. Very sketchy first time
Here
up
we go,
those S's.
Bacalio and Andrew. It's
these
going
tires.
side by side. Contact made. One car goes around. That is a 30.
Oh,
and
you're
there's
kidding.
a wreck in the bus stop.
A huge crash
Ellis
entering the bus
Wells
stop.
slides through. Counter Francis in the dirt.
We'll take a look at the replay to see what happened, but that is very tough for these guys. See the 30 came down on the 88, it looks like. Gets hit by the 2. One car off into the gravel pits right there. Actually, 2 of them. The 22 and the 57.
Yeah, I think it all started really when Francisco got a little bit loose going up the second S, sorry, and gave Ryan Andrew an opportunity to run down the backstretch, and then Francisco just kind of chopped him off a little bit, and then there was a big stack up to the end. A lot of cars scattered throughout the bus stop, but I believe we stay green.
Well, I know
Mark Brannigan Jr. in that nowhere to go. Saw El Swells go sliding in the sand, and so did Connell LaFrance in the 22.
Yeah, and then back behind him, you had the 18 Parker Collins spinning as well, and a few others. But you know who this really helped? This helped the 20 of Brady Floyd extend his lead quite a bit, as he's got quite a bit of a cushion to work off of with the 88 coming quick.
Yep.
Yeah, Ryan Andrew did a heck of a job of saving that car as as him and Francisco Blecco made contact, or Bacalo made contact entering the bus stop. That keeps him in the 4th spot or 3rd spot now.
Where did Zachary Thornton get that run off of?
Thornton had a huge run there.
About second back, and now he's closing within 3/10.
He might see that 88 car behind him, and he says he's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan Andrew definitely had a lot of pace on that first green flag run, and he pit early to try and get track position, and it's really showing his speed right here as he's starting to track down these front 2 cars.
Francisco on the 30, he's on pit road right now.
That's definitely a tough break. I'm pretty sure this was his debut. Correct me if
Mark
I'm
Reagan
wrong.
Jr. was also on pit road. My pick. So I guess I won 1 picks today, Jaden.
Yeah, I finally beat you in picks. What
It's
was
not,
that,
it's
0
not
and 4?
0 and 5.
Yeah, 0 and 5 or something
Nonetheless.
like that, but now it's gonna be 1 and 6.
1 and 6.
Well, 1 and 5. Gosh dang.
Oh.
As we've got about a 4-car breakaway within the top 5. Brady Floyd still your leader as he took the lead on that last restart, but right up to the back bumper of Zachary Thornton, that's Ryan Andrews. He's going to close the gap and then maybe pass him the bus stop here.
Oh, he looked, didn't take it though.
Yeah, backed out, not wanting to show his hand too early here, but even then, they're still gaining right there on the back bumper of the 20 machine.
Jason Rajak into the wall.
Ooh.
Gets into the tire barriers, has no front nose at all, and hood. Looks like a modified out on the racetrack. No caution out on the speedway.
Yeah, Ryan Andrew got to the outside of Zachary Thornton that time as they go down the front stretch. Andrew's going to take that spot, and Zachary Thornton's going to back out, and here goes Ryan Andrew into the 2nd spot.
Here's what happened to the 924 car. Definitely a tough break there. Got around the 35 of Zachary Thornton. Now going to go to work on the number 20 of Brady Floyd, and he gets real loose coming out of the bus stop going into the carousel, keeps the momentum up, and is actually almost right on the back bumper of the 20 car.
Yeah, Ryan Andrew definitely showing right here how much pace he really has over the rest of the field as he closed a good 2-second deficit from what, 3 laps?
Yep, I'd say so.
I think it was about 2 laps they closed that right to the back bumper of Brady Floyd now, but as Floyd slips up a little bit wide, I believe that might give Ryan Andrew the opportunity to get right up to his bumper, and we've seen most of Ryan Andrews' time gained is right up through the S's, and he gets right along people, or right up on people's back bumpers as they go down the backstretch, tries to drag race him out of the
Yep, here we go, exactly like you're talking about, looking to the inside now.
But they set it in there.
Fall into line.
As these three are all under a blanket right now, they got a lot of traffic up ahead in the 38 of Matt Moreu.
Yeah, now 3 cars right under a blanket as Brady
Oh,
Floyd.
the 20 goes wide.
Yeah, Brady Floyd might have let Ryan Andrew by, but now he's got trouble from the 35 machine to Zachary Thornton.
I wouldn't look too far back, but here comes the 99 in the 25.
So they got a lap car off the racetrack in front of them.
That's a 38.
Yeah, as he got off, didn't really collect anybody, just kind of missed the corner a little bit. But thankfully he didn't have any altercations with the leader. That would have been a lot of frustration.
First of all, Chris Pierce, that's the battle for 4th.
It's all smooth sailing now for the 88 as he's starting to extend his lead over the 20 and the 35.
As yeah, that battle for second place is going to be pretty good though between the 35 of Thornton and the 20 of Floyd. As Thornton looks to get a lot on corner entry, but then maybe lose it a little bit coming off.
Chris Pierce got around Tristan Mollett. He's been working on him for a few laps. Finally was able to complete the pass. And Mollett goes way wide off turn 1.
Yeah, Tristan Mollett right there lost quite a bit of ground to the 25 machine as he pushed up in turn 1. Still 3 cars basically right there, or 2 cars now, to right there under a blanket is Thornton still trying to get around the 20 machine for the second spot.
Yeah, last lap Ryan Andrew was faster in second place by 1 second, pretty much. So we're seeing a lot of speed out of that 88 car right now.
Yeah, he had a lot of speed in qualifying and also in practice, and it's showing here late in this race. As we've seen Zachary Thornton make several big charges right up to the back bumper of the 20 machine of Brady Floyd. Just can't really get that pass completed. As Jaden, you mentioned earlier, it's really hard to pass with these packages at the Cup cars now. Everyone's pretty close on times with these fixed setups.
Yeah, we've seen, like I said earlier, we've seen the people have a hard time passing with these cars, especially with how little downforce there is. So it's so hard to get on the throttle with these cars now, with the road course or the short track packages that they use.
Yeah, with that, it's very, very easy to make a mistake in these cars, as we saw earlier with Connor LaFrance on the 22 machine as he went off, and that gave Francisco Bacalo the opportunity to get to his inside and take the, I believe, was that the second spot earlier?
I believe so.
Yeah, don't look now, but here comes Chris Pearson, that 25 machine, maybe making a late race charge to try and get on the podium and maybe even the second place spot.
Chris
Oh,
Pierce is
Zach
still.
McBurn got in the grass a little bit.
Oh yes, Chris Pierce
Really?
still 7/10 off of race leaders last lap. Or, yeah, 7/10. Actually, I'm wrong. Hold up. He was actually faster than race leader by 4/10 last time by.
Probably those fresh tires.
Yeah, maybe Chris Pierce either he pitted or just kind of saved those tires and helped try to play the strategy game that we talked about so much this race. Is he's starting to track down the second place car of Brady Floyd as he got around Zachary Thornton. It looked to be little to no ease, or little to no sweat.
So I just did the math. If Chris Pierce keeps running 4/10 quicker than Ryan Andrew, he will get there.
With how many laps to go?
I just did the calculation. 13.
No, when would he get there?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I just figured he knew because he did the math.
Oh, that's how far he was back to get there. Right now, it'll take him 7 laps.
Yeah, we've got we're coming up to 10 to go.
Oh, that's half a second than last time by.
Wow, he's got quite a bit of pace
Chase
advantage on the
Elliott's
leader.
speed in him right now. Oh,
yeah, he's got
super
the Hendricks
sideways.
car.
He's
Yeah,
trying
he
to be
got
chased
really-
out with a late charge here. Oh, tough break for Ellis Wells in the 57. He is out of this thing.
Yeah, unfortunate end to his day, and hey, at least he got the recognition of the paint scheme right there. It was a really good car, but the story right now is Chris Pearson, that 25 machine, is he is looking to
Oh, we got
track
12
down
with a
the leader.
35 of Thornton
Yeah,
around.
Thornton.
Yeah, Thornton around in the
Are
middle of
you
the back
kidding me?
as he's going to lose
Activity.
a few spots as he looks to get it spun back around and up out of the way.
That is a lot of spots lost, and same with the amount of time as well, as he's going to lose possibly another spot to Andretti Robinson. I cannot speak right now. I was thinking his last name was something else for some reason.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on these lap times. If maybe Chris Pierce making his late race charge a little bit too early, or I don't know. I mean, those tires are going to be. Yeah, but I don't know. Once he's got those tires heated up, it's going to be hard to.
That lap was
maintain
6/10
that kind of
slower.
speed.
I think he's having a hard time getting around the 20 of Brady Floyd, as he has a good run right there.
Run. Not
Yeah,
enough.
As
Here he goes. And Brady Floyd's
Brady
going
Floyd
by.
right there came over the chat and said, "Go, go, go!" Is he recognizes the speed, and maybe both of them trying to make a team effort to get around the
3.96 at the last
Ryan Andrew.
segment.
I think Ryan Andrew might be in trouble here, boys.
I don't know. Right now, I'm looking at the gap. It's staying about that 3.9 second range. 4 seconds
I haven't
right now.
had enough time. I haven't really had enough. Haven't really had enough opportunity to watch where Pierce gains all of his speed and where he loses some of it. But he looks to be really, really smooth as he's continuing to track down the 88 of Ryan Andrew.
We'll see who has the fastest lap this time by on the racetrack.
That'll probably be Ryan Andrew.
I
You're in a
think it's gonna be-
996.
Yep.
294. Chris Pierce.
I don't know, you might
4.5
have used up the stuff.
back.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely made a charge here as in the later stages of this race, but maybe
He's
lost
faster
a little
through
bit
the
of that
S's
speed.
than Ryan Andrew is.
Oh, a big wobble.
He's
on
really
the exit
wheeling
right
it
there.
through there. Oh,
Yeah,
using
he
up
is-
all the track he can.
He is really
He
trying
gained
to
about
track
2
down
tenths
that
there.
88 machine right there.
Going through those S's.
Yeah, this is a very sketchy track to get around in the Cup cars. He is making it look easy right now.
It looks like it's tough part of the racetrack. Is this carousel.
Yeah, a lot of
That's
throttle
where he
control
loses all
involved
his
there,
time.
and a lot of throttle control involved right there. It's lost a little bit of ground there to Ryan, but
Yeah, from the looks of it, Ryan's still pulling on the 25 machine.
Should be maybe another 2 or 3 tenths here. See Ryan Andrew runs. Andrew's a 16.124. Yeah, and a 16.513 there for Chris Pierce.
yeah, as I said, Pierce may have had too little too late right there. So he made a charge to get around the 20 machine of Brady Floyd, but I think might have burned off the tires in doing so. Is about 5 seconds back from the 88 machine of Ryan Andrew, and unless something happens to Ryan Andrew, I don't think Chris Pierce is going to be able to get up to him.
Next car in front of Ryan Andrews, Brett Murphy, the 26.
Yeah, he's got quite a ways out
There we
to
go.
him
That was
there.
a good bus stop for the 25.
Yeah, gained a lot of time right there on the 8. Then it looks like he might lose it all back into the
carousel really hurting him.
The entry looks like the carousel has just been losing all his 2 to 3 tenths right there.
Yeah, really. You see him really arcing the corner through the carousel. Past few laps we've been watching him.
I can give big credits to Brady Floyd, staying out on these old tires.
Recognizing Chris Pierce's charge and speed, you know, he knew he didn't have the speed right there to get up to Ryan Andrew, but he thought, well, maybe Chris Pierce did, so he let him by, and a lot of respect out to the 20 machine. Is he's still hanging on to the 3rd spot. I mean, hey, 3rd over 2nd, it's not too bad of a deficit, you know.
Talking about Chris Pierce and his disconnecting.
Yeah, apparently, I think what I'm getting from this conversation here is that Chris Pierce might have a little bit of trouble with Wi-Fi later in the race, but hopefully that doesn't happen to him here as he currently sits in the 2nd spot.
I know he's got the worst ping right now, everyone else. Actually, the top 2 in the race have the worst ping.
That is not what you want to see as we approach 5 laps to go here at Watkins.
Hey, if you're Brady Floyd, you're sitting pretty.
You might be in the catbird seat.
I mean, you know, we talk about this in racing where you don't really want to wish bad on another opponent, and Jaden might be familiar with this one especially, but if something inconvenient happens to them that might be at your convenience, I don't think you would complain, right?
No, you won't.
I don't know.
You might feel
that might
bad,
sound
but...
familiar. That might sound familiar, right?
Just a little. That's some behind the scenes in the real life racing action.
Yeah, Jaden currently has only qualifying speed, but you might need to talk to need to talk to Ryan Andrew right now.
I got 2 second place finishes in a row, pretty much. To be fair.
I mean, you might need to talk to Ryan Andrew on how he keeps his speed throughout the race. I mean, he's currently putting it to him right now.
Hey, but hey,
he's post-race conversation.
Ryan Andrew's on the pole. He's got to start at the back.
Yeah, I gotta start at the back when I get fast time.
I mean, I guess that's pretty true. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
That's a fair argument.
Suck it.
I'm Winston Deal. I go to Angola and Mount Lawn every freaking weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna start roasting you.
Hey, that's mean.
Oh, that ain't mean yet, buddy.
Speaking of mean, currently Ryan Andrew opened up another second while we've been chit-chatting. I think Chris Pierce's
5.4 second gap.
Tires might be a little bit worn off as Pierce gets him into the corner, but he doesn't have that much of a run off. As Watkins Glen with these pretty long straightaways, not too technical of a track with these long straightaways, your exit really is where you're going to make or break your time, and when you don't have that good of a car on exit, that's where you're going to lose all of it.
So we're coming up to 5 laps to go. Ryan Andrews seems to have this one pretty much locked up at this point, I would say.
Unless he chokes it away somehow, and then
We've seen Chase
once
Elliott
in
do
one
that quite a few
fix.
times.
Kind of the fans are daring the top 3 to come down pit road.
Heard that over radio chatter there.
Since kind of the Francis is 20 seconds back, he wants the top 3 to all come down pit road and pit.
That would be pretty interesting if they all did it.
That time by Chris Pierce, pretty much even, a little bit quicker than our leader Ryan Andrew. Maybe Ryan Andrew
7.20 for Pierce and the 8.78 for Ryan Andrew.
is maybe Ryan Andrew kind of realizing that he's got quite a bit of a gap to him, so maybe just kind of let it ride for a little bit. I mean, he's got 5 laps to go this time.
Well, look at his sponsor. Whoever thought you ever hear of Chips Ahoy and Reese's combined? You gotta go for the push it to their way.
Yeah, he gets free Chips Ahoy's and Reese's Pieces in Victory Lane.
We should ask him. We should ask him where you get those at. So we know.
Yeah, that's gonna be in the post-race interview.
But hey, maybe sometimes they run out. Why was it not there, Walmart? You know, there's always a plan B. You always need a plan B.
I think that's a fair point. Oh, wrecking in the S's.
Zachary Thornton with 35 once again, spun around.
Hey, Thornton, he's all the way up.
On around, that is not a good spot.
He is backwards.
Put out a yellow.
I'm sure that is not what Ryan Andrew currently wants to see. He's got about.
Yeah, we haven't talked about this guy, but all right, it's a tough pick for Byron Ranzo, 37 laps down.
Yeah, Lorenzo's still sitting in the pits, unfortunately, but definitely a tough break for him.
Who knows? There might be a Coke driver in this 88 car now.
Yeah, Coke driver.
Could be Zach Nichols. Who knows?
Yeah, Zach Nichols in the Coke series, not doing the hottest, but.
Hey, I mean, I'd take last place in the Coke series over.
I would too.
Running that stupid virtual gambler thingy.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
We have another big race coming up.
Trying to
Like,
get a $3,000 purse for that now. Come on.
I think I might be in the broadcast booth for that one. It's gonna be.
In the booth.
Oh, he's got a broken collarbone. Yeah, can't race.
Yeah, I'll just break my collarbone for the 3rd time.
Yeah. Hey, that'd be just like me.
Maybe I'll just break another tennis racket.
There you go.
So right now 3 to go. Chris Pierce 6.6 seconds back from Ryan Andrew. We might have to put the 88 to tech here. Trouble for the 45.
Robinson. Rex
That is not a good. Oh, he resets.
He'll afford there.
Very respectful right there for him to reset instead of getting right in the way of Chris Pierce.
So it looks like I might get beat by both of you guys in picks this week. My guy's running about 40 seconds back. Now we got Zachary Thornton ahead of Ryan Andrew. Hopefully Thornton doesn't wreck again. Gonna let him by, it looks like. Here, 2 to go here for Ryan Andrew.
Jimmy, you might be surprised about this, but I think this is gonna be the quickest broadcast we've had. And it's on a road course.
Hey, yeah, I think green to checkered with the stage break in between is. I thought it'd go by pretty quick. With respect to these guys, you know, grinding it out. Watkins Glen is by no means an easy track to get around, especially not in a cup car. These Cup cars, you kind of got
We
to
could do it
rascal them
pretty good.
around.
We could do it.
Yeah, okay. I suck
You
at
think
this
we
track.
could?
Ah, so do I.
I think this is honestly my worst road course. Nah, it's actually one of my better road courses. I've got a pretty good feel for this track, but
My worst is probably
anything
Sonoma.
NASCAR related at this track, I just kind of don't do it.
We just don't do road course stuff in general. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
we're more short track racers.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have road course ringers or whatever you want to call them. I'm actually an oval ringer. Do you agree, Jaden?
No.
Here we go, Ryan Andrew coming to take the
sorry,
white flag. One lap to go.
Let me rephrase that.
Sponsored by, I don't know what we're sponsored by.
Sponsored
Fast Race
by
Network.
Credit One Bank?
No.
Chips Ahoy
No.
Cookies.
Chips Ahoy and
Chips
Reese's.
Ahoy Pieces.
We're not actually sponsored by them.
Yeah, Ryan Andrew continues to basically dominate this race. Chris Pierce just kind of riding around, hanging on for second. Maybe something happens to Ryan Andrew, but at 8 seconds back, I mean, I don't think he's really going to be, or 9 seconds back now. As Ryan Andrew continuing to show his dominance that he showed throughout practice and qualifying, and he's got 2 more corners, and he's going to get himself a victory here in the Coast to Coast Cup Series at Watkins Glen.
Here he comes out of turn 6, going through the little straightaway into turn 7. Led quite a few laps today, put on a dominant performance tonight. The 88 off of the corner for the final time. He is going to win at Watkins Glen International.
You just pulled a Kyle Larson around here.
yeah, no doubt.
Put a beat down on the rest of these guys. Put a beat down on the rest of these guys. About 9 seconds was the gap at the line.
Brady Floyd hangs on for the third. Here comes Kyle LaFrance with turn number 7. Looks like he'll finish 4th. Wow. Kyle LaFrance with some words of wisdom there.
Bit of an aggressive attack.
Let's just say he dropped the F-bomb a couple times.
Oh, that's all right.
This track, this car, and
nothing
Mark
hasn't been said before.
Here's what he said too. Mark will finish 8th. Francisco will finish 9th in the 30. Tough break for him. Jacques will, looks like a modified finish in 10th. Brent George out of turn 7. He'll finish 11th. Seth Hood 12th, and Gordon Winter, it's not too far behind him, but he'll finish 13th. Darian Staff, he will finish 14th.
Zachary Thornton, who we saw run up right in the top 3 for a long time, battling with Brady Floyd and Chris Pierce, he's going to end up finishing a lap down in the 15th spot.
Ryan Andrews already made it back around the racetrack. As Brett Murphy, he's comes to a stop, and he's going to do donuts.
Hey, that's Ryan Andrews' job. Come on now.
As Ryan Andrews does the burnout.
You can see it in TV1. What's that?
I think Ryan Andrews might be trying to sign his name right here.
Brought to you by Camping World. Been bringing you something. I don't know. I tried coming up with something there, couldn't.
It was that qualifying speed.
See? Told you I got some speed.
We might have to put this car through tech.
Yeah, I think Ryan Andrews is gonna have to go through post-race inspection. So if,
I'll get the spinning.
oh, he's gonna hit a wall.
Oh,
he hit a wall.
Well, they can't tech it now.
He hit the wall. Now, now we automatically have to disqualify him. I think. I feel like I feel like he might be doing that on purpose to get the fenders back to the legal limit.
Possibly.
So who's our official winner of the paint scheme tonight?
I think we're gonna have to give him to Ellis Wells. Ellis Wells and the Havoline machine.
I'd say Ellis Wells.
That was a really nice Davey Allison Havoline machine, but
honorable mention does go to Ryan Andrew and the 45 of Andretti Robinson.
He just smoked the motor. That's
well, there goes the motor. Now we really can't tech the car. So now I think we got to hand the win to Chris Pierce. Obviously just jokes, everybody. Ryan Andrew was the class of the field today.
Class of the field.
class of the field. Just kind of put a beat down on these guys. Well-deserved win. We'll get a
I
word
about
from
left the
them here
Discord
in
channel.
just a little bit.
Ryan Andrew is in Discord. Chris Pierce is in Discord, and Ray
Floyd.
Floyd are all in Dead
All
General.
right, so we're ready to do interviews. Give me 1 minute.
I'll let you guys do this. You guys are the professionals.
No, Winston, you're gonna do first. You do all three of them.
I'm doing it. Okay, I'm not
Yeah.
doing all three of them. I think
We'll do
we
one
should go
apiece.
from.
We'll do
Yeah, I
one
think
each.
Jaden should do third because he's third tier.
That's unfortunate.
Oh,
All
we all
right.
drag numbers as two, all right?
Here we go, dragging in Brady Floyd coming home P3 tonight here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. Tell us, how did you hold on with those 3-lap old tires there?
I mean, track position's so important at this track, especially for the clean air and to not be caught up in the wrecks. So it was definitely really important to get that track position. We took advantage of a little loophole in the rules and barely stretched on fuel. I came home with about a lap to the good. So, I mean, I knew we were fast, and I knew I was pretty consistent tonight. So getting that track position wasn't aiming for the win or anything because I know I'm not the fastest car, but there's a really good point stay and exactly what we needed for the championship.
Well, we've seen you carry quite a bit of speed throughout the night, and definitely the track position definitely came in handy for you in the end there after the stage finish. But anybody you got to thank for your third place finish tonight?
Well, I definitely just want to congratulate Chris and Ryan. They've raced me so clean all season, and they both are great people and finally deserve to be up here running well, especially for Chris. He seems to throughput every time we come to a road course, and he does well. So big congrats to them. Definitely got to thank my teammates, Bryn George, Brett Murphy, Quinn, Jesse, who wasn't here tonight. Zach helped us out a little bit as well. Definitely got to thank the sponsors as well. Adria, SimSport and Endurance, and then Four Cloak Media and Pierce Graphics. So, yeah, big shout out to everybody part of the team helping us out here. So, yeah, it was a good run tonight.
All right, you guys got anything for Brady?
Yeah, just that strategy definitely seemed to work out for you there in the end. Is I believe you went from somewhere in the latter half of the top 10 right up to the third spot. So, congrats on your good run and a third place finish. Good luck to you in the rest of the season.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for broadcasting.
Yep.
All right, gonna drag in our second place finisher.
Jimmy, you got this one.
Yep. This is Jimmy's. Chris Pierce. Here we go. Chris Pierce finishing second tonight. Jimmy, take it away.
Chris Pierce, congrats on your second place finish. By the way, just explain how your race went in this 45 lap race.
Oh, it was an interesting one. I think we had a really rough start on lap one. I think I went back like 5 spots, but just kept out of trouble for the most part. Kept the car on the track, and we ended up in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, you were at one point. I don't know how many laps was. I think it was about like 15 or something to go. You were almost about a second quicker than Ryan Andrews. Did your tires just burn off there trying to get towards the front?
Yeah, I like to race road, but there's something about these cup cars that just once the tires wear, I just am not fast at all. But yeah, I think in the beginning of that stint, I was actually catching him for a little while.
Who does Sparks guy thank you for the night?
Want a big thanks to Hemophilia Racing for giving me the opportunity this season. Haven't raced many tracks, but having a drive, having a team around me, it's always good.
Alrighty. Anyone else got something for Chris?
Yeah, it was the great charge to the front that you had there. Not quite enough for first place. I mean, hey, I don't think I've ever met anybody that can complain about a second. So, congrats to you and congrats to a second place finish. Good luck with the rest of your season.
Thank you very much. Thanks for broadcasting as well, guys.
Yep, no problem. Alright, now gonna drag in our winner, Ryan Andrew, into the booth. Winston, go ahead, take it away, bud.
Ryan, kind of the class of the field waxed them, as they say in the dirt scene, but it showed speed throughout practice and qualifying, and then maintained it throughout the race. Thought you might have had the stage win there, but cut it a little bit short. Just a little bit of a strategy game, and that definitely seemed to help you out there in the end. Who do you got to thank that got you to this spot currently?
And I want to thank Brian for putting on this whole league and everybody that races in it, that races good, clean races.
Yeah, it was a pretty clean race for the most part. Is a little bit of contact with you and the 30 machine, but it wasn't. It didn't look to be anything of your fault. As you were just kind of
Yeah.
going for the gap, and I feel as if you were there, but that's a story for another day. But all in all, great race for you, and um hope to continue that for the rest of your season. Jimmy, Jaden, you guys got anything else to say?
Great run going out through this race. I mean, I was kind of confused why you went down pit road there at the stage break. I kind of thought you went in early before it for the track position to stay out and keep your first place position, but ended up
Yeah,
getting out.
after I pitted, I realized I didn't have enough fuel to make it to the end, so I came back
That's
down and topped off.
that's kind of what I was thinking,
Yeah,
but
that's
I didn't want to say it and then be wrong, but yeah, that's what I was thinking. Uh, the fuel game is definitely a big game at these road courses and the tracks that are bound to come down to a fuel run. But uh, I guess you're the mathematician and the strategist, they like to say. But congrats on a win, and yeah.
Yep, thank you guys.
alrighty. So we want to thank you guys for tuning in to Coast to Coast Cup Series race number 12 here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway or Raceway, whatever it is. Jimmy, Winston, you guys got anything to say before we close it on out?
It was great for everybody. It was great for you guys to have me for my last minute first time debut on the Fast Racing Network, but it was fun and hope to be back.
Jimmy, you got anything?
Not a wreck fest of a race. Pretty clean race. There were some actions towards the back half of the field, inside that top 10, just barely inside, just outside that top 10. But all in all, pretty clean race. I don't know how much time the race took, but yeah, it was a pretty good race.
Well, Team Network tonight, and we'll see you guys next week. I believe we are at. Yeah, we're at Martinsville, so that'll be a good race. So we'll see you guys
That'll be
then.
a good race.